Now, amid the rapid economic changes, developing businesses and keeping pace with the transformation has quite become very essential for any project seeking sustainability as well as growth. Now, with the launch of the Update Your Business Forum, a valuable opportunity emerges for the entrepreneurs in order to reassess their ventures as well as gain the practical tools in order to adapt to the next phase itself. Now, to learn more about the forum's concept and the objectives, we are joined today, of course, by a specialist to discuss the key and the details as well as the themes themselves. So welcome, Yousef Qabazard, the forum coordinator.
Of course.
Thank you so much for being here right on the studio. Of course, we know you as the director's son, which is a very pleasure for me to have you here today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure as well.
Thank you. Now, in order to begin, how could you basically tell us about the idea behind the Updates, which is your business forum, and how did it basically get started?
Yes, so my partner Badr Hamid started another seminar called Update Yourself, which is by updating your mindset, updating your behavior, your attitude, and updating your life in general. So he came up with this idea about updating your business because, as you know, with what's happening with the world right now, businesses are suffering. So we sat together, said, why don't we create something that would help boost people's businesses and help them gain more sales and help them redirect themselves throughout their businesses in order to help their businesses profit more and even give value back to the community. So we came up with this idea, and it's going to happen in 2 days.
Absolutely
hopefully.
Wonderful. I'd like to hear all about that. Now, for how important is this basically, the forum at the present time itself, especially in the light of the current economic changes that we're basically trying to adapt to, especially, you know, when we've hit the COVID times and now with a war happening?
As my mentor once told me, he told me that you can't control outside events, but the only thing you can control is your mind and your behavior and your action towards it.
Yeah.
So that's why we created this. In the economic growth or fall, people still make money.
Yeah.
So let's go and see how are they making money, even though there's war, there's problems, or there is whatever happening in the world.
Yeah.
They're finding a way to make more money. They're finding a way to sell. They're finding a way to improve their businesses. So why don't we learn from them and see what they're doing and just copy that and twist it in our own ways?
Yeah, 100%
Yeah.
true. Now, I've seen a lot of people struggle these days, especially like we need to in order to assess what is going on through the current situation, we have to already be able to adapt according to what has happened before and try to assess our way into basically evaluating how the business world works around here. Now, how do you actually get to evaluate the current state of the businesses in Kuwait in terms of its quality as well as the type?
From what I've researched and from all the social media posts I've been watching, some businesses are struggling because of, you know, what's happening in the Strait of Hormuz. We don't want to get into politics, but you know, the import-export stuff.
Yeah.
But if your business is a service business, this could also help boost your business. But you need to know how to allocate your resources. You need to know who to target. You need to move more and take action more and find the people that want your service or your product. This is the only thing you can do until, you know, things settle. It's only a moment.
Because basically, like you said, these things are very temporary, especially in the business world. We get to see a lot of things happening, a lot of ships going, and there's always ups and downs when it comes to business. So there's no stable place when it comes down to it. Now, do you actually believe that the local businesses are actually capable of sustaining as well as growing, or there are still major challenges affecting them?
In my opinion, there is always a way to improve. Whatever happens around the world, whatever happens outside, it's not a problem. It's just the way you think. So it's a shift in your mindset.
Yeah.
If you shift this and shift the way you talk and shift your attitude, things will start, magic will happen. Through my own experience, I had the business here in Kuwait and I had the business back in America as well. And this is what I used to do. I just used to move. Whatever happens outside, I can't control. I just move because I know there are people that want my product or my service.
Yeah.
So that's how I go onto it.
100%,
Yeah.
especially when you've gone through a lot of things while you were in the States. So
Yes.
I kind of understand the kind of experience that you've been through, especially struggling with the business world. I know it's very competitive, so congratulations for that. Now, in the past period, many businesses have actually faced a lot of pressure. So what are the most significant challenges the entrepreneurs get to encounter?
Himself. Yeah, himself. Why?
Yes.
Because at the end, you're an entrepreneur, you're responsible about everything that happens in your life, everything that happens in your business, everything that happens to you. So when you're responsible and you take care of yourself, here then you can move on forward, because most of us, we work on the project or we work on the business more than we work on ourselves.
Yeah.
But when you switch it to yourself, see what will happen. See the changes that will happen, because sometimes it's easier to blame, it's easier to complain, it's easier to point.
Yeah.
But the guy in charge, the captain, is you.
That is 100%
So when you move,
true.
God will move with you.
I love that phrase. I love that phrase. Now, do you actually think that this phase represents the opportunity for struggling businesses in order to restart and renew their own activity? And how can that actually be achieved?
Being achieved in a way that you understand people, you understand what's happening in the economy, and you know it's only a bit of time that everything is going to go back to normal, and being calm and being peaceful. And just living in the moment, living in the present moment, and doing what you can do. That's it. There's nothing. Sometimes we overthink stuff. Sometimes we think as humans, we always want to gain control on stuff. But you need to release the gain of control.
You know what?
In order to move forward.
Yes, so like what you've said, very important thing about the need to control things around us, and especially in the business area. Sometimes the pressure gets so much into us that we tend to base our focus on the problems rather than focusing on what can we actually do and what we're able to manage, basically. That is 100% true. Now, what basically distinguishes the updates and your business forum from other similar initiatives or events?
Heart and community. Most of the events and seminars I have been attending, I can see just a guy coming in, talking about his expertise, showing off, and then leaving. But in our Update Your Business, it's not going to be like that. You're going to be able to communicate with every business leader over there. You're going to be able to create networking groups, create WhatsApp groups in order to help each other grow. And also you have a chance to participate, and you have a chance to redeem some coupons, redeem some consultations, redeem some ways of thinking in the new style. That's what separates us from the rest. We don't want to just listen to a guy talk upstage. We want to interact. We need to come together. We need to network together, and because most of us may have the same problems in our business or even our lives. So when you share, people will listen, and then when people listen, people will share. That's how you create a good community, and that's what we do in Update Your Business. It's just not someone you're gonna listen to 6-7 people talking and then you're gonna leave. It's not like that.
Yeah, because we face many problems with the fact that a lot of people come to talk, and a lot of people can do that, and it's easier said than done, like they say. So when you work in a group base, it kind of helps to support your ideas, basically, and to also help improve the ways of thinking and how to basically get to accomplish things around in the business world. So what are the actual main themes or the areas the forum will basically focus on in order to provide practical support for its participants?
It's gonna be everything action-based, from what the leaders of the business forum are gonna talk about, and then we put it to action, because words will not lead you to anything. A strategic plan to take action into your business and see what works and what doesn't. That's what we're going to help with. We're going to create some groups. We're going to get every business leader to go to that group, ask them questions, ask them for solutions, tell them what you're struggling with, and we're going to have an on-spot result or on-spot call to action to take to your business.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to focus on mostly.
Okay. Now, could you actually get to share with us a little more details? When and where will the forum get to take place for the viewers out there to watch and see?
Yes, it's going to be taking place in the Promenade Mall in Hawali. It's going to be in the Soapbox area, and you're always welcome to join. It's going to be fun, it's going to be heartfelt, it's going to be communitized, and as well you're going to gain so much value out of it for only 20 KD.
Nice.
And I'm going to go into deep on what this 20 KD will cover.
That is absolutely wonderful. So before we get to end that, who are actually the speakers who are going to be basically participating, and what kind of expertise will be there to offer?
Yes, first speaker is going to be Eid al-Mujabal. It's not in order, but I'm just telling you all the speakers.
That's
okay, Eid al-Mujabal, he's going to talk about marketing, on how to market through content creation, and then Khalil Hayat is also how to market through AI, and then Rawan Al-Atair, she's going to talk about AI with customer service, and then Mr. Ahmed Al-Naddoum, he's going to talk about how to be a successful manager and lead your team to success, and then there are Firas. Firas is going to talk about his own business, which is cooking, which he sells kitchenware products.
Interesting.
And then Mr. Ahmed Al-Saleh, he's going to talk about his experiences with startups. And Mr. Abdul Aziz Al-Rafai, he's also going to talk about his experiences with startups and how to make a startup successful.
Any last word you would like to say for the viewers out there who are watching you?
Please join us. You're most welcome, and you're going to gain so much value out of it. It's going to be fun. You're going to meet new people. You're going to meet more than 50 business owners. You're going to be sharing valuable insights. We're going to take action-based results, and you're going to have fun. That's the most important part of it, and you're going to make money.
You watched that? You watched that.
Yeah.
Now, thank you so much, Yousef Qabazard,
Of course,
Forum Coordinator, for being here with us and for giving us such important information to learn from a lot of viewers of you here who is watching us. I hope you have learned a lot through that. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Iman.
And of course, we will be right back right after the break. Stay tuned.